Welcome to Level Up with CMJ. Hey, my name is Joe, and this is my Craftsmaster Dice Shooting Journey. Let's make it yours too. Today is episode number 71, and we are going to go through the Blue Belt level again. Good morning, CRC. And we are also doing Crapsy, so if you want to follow along and play through the Crapsy, make sure you enter in code G5U7P7. And let's get our bet started. I'm going to be using something slightly different today for my Crapsy. I'm going to be using a notepad, little tablet. So I'm going to try to do that and see how it works. And we're going to go with a $15 pass line. We're going to go with a $3 craps check. We're using a 5-4-5-4 hardware set. And let's get her started for the day. We're going to go through as many rolls as we can. We're going to go through 1 hour's worth of rolls. So we're going to do as many as we can in that 1 hour. Did a little practicing this morning because I haven't done anything in the last 2 days, and I've been doing a lot of double pitches today. So we're going to try to minimize those. And we're starting off with a 6-1-7. Both dice are off axis. So that is a come out 7. So we're going to stay with the $15 pass line. We're going to stay with the $3 craps check. And all bets in. And we have a 6-4-10. Waylon's best friend way on the end. Daddy Joe. And for our bets now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with a $100 bet. We have a starting bankroll of 1133. So let's do $25 buy bet on the 4 and 10. I know that is the point. Actually, we're not going to do the 10. We're going to do the 4, 9, and 5. So we're going to buy the 4. We're going to place the 5 and 9. And let's put odds on, let's put $15 in odds on the pass line. And we'll see how that treats us. I'm going to try something different. It was brought to my attention this weekend by Randall that's on our Crapsy program here. He's a subscriber of mine, so welcome, Randall, when you do join in. And again, I'll bet set. We're going to go with a 5-4-5-4 hardware set. We're going to try to minimize or avoid that double pitch if we can today. That has been a prevalent thing during my warm-up. And a little bit of a wild left die, but we have a 4-5-9 center field 9. So that is in there, and it is a pay on this one. And the strategy that he had talked to me about was one that was brought up by Casino Quest, something that he's been using all of last week. Randall has been using, and it's been working for him. But I'm doing it slightly different. Casino Quest does the inside numbers. I'm going to do the outside numbers. And the first one is going to be picking up the 6 and 8. So we're going to pick up the 6 and 8 for 12 apiece. Okay, then after that second hit, we're going to reduce everything to 64 across. And hopefully by that time, then everything will be bought and paid for. We have all bets set. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Bam. Good morning, Randall. And good morning, CRC once again. CRC, as soon as I hit the go live button this morning, what happens is when I go live, I usually set up the live stream about 20 to 30 minutes ahead of time. And we have a 3-3 hard 6. I usually set the live stream up about 20 to 30 minutes ahead of time. And then I use that time to get my cameras all set up and the dice set, and I get a couple throws and I get Crapsy set up and all those things. And then I hit the actual go live button at 8 o'clock in the morning Central Time. And by the way, we're going to come down to 64 across. So we're going to undo all bets here. No, we're going to clear them. How do I clear them? Well, we're just going to take them down by hand here because I cannot figure out how to clear them. And we're going to go 64 across. And I'll bet set. And I'll set the dice here and then I'll close the betting. But what happens is when I push the go live button and I set everything up, it sends a message across Discord. Jeff from Mid-Atlantic Craps has it set up. And occasionally people jump in as soon as they see it on there. So I do appreciate everybody following along through that way. I am going to be talking to Jeff from Mid-Atlantic Craps and try to get it set up so I can schedule the live streams. And we have a 639. I was trying a couple times this weekend to get it set up so I could schedule the live streams and then pull up the scheduling. But for some reason, it's not working with my setup, and I cannot figure it out. So we're going to start half pressing here. We'll do a full press this first time. We'll bring the 5 and the 9 up to 15 each. So anyhow, I'm having problems with the scheduling portion of it, so that's why I do it the way that I do it right now. But I will be hopefully getting that to work. So we have dice out. And we have a 6, 4, 10 again. Waylon's best friend on that end. That is the point. So that is a good hit. We'll be doing a come out once again. And that's going to allow me to bring that pass line bet up to $23. And we're going to go with a $4 craps check. And the style of pass line increasing with the craps check and everything that I'm using is something similar to what Buckeye Slim has put out in the 300 plus club. So if you haven't checked out the 300 plus club with Buckeye Slim, make sure you check it out. He has some very original, I shouldn't say original, but very unique way of betting. I like some of the stuff that he does, so I like to kind of pick and choose from the different people out there to see what works and just try different things. And we have a 2, 3, 5, so our new point is 5. So that turns all of our bets back on. We're going to move that $15 that we have in the 5 over to the 10. As far as craps content this weekend, guys, tons and tons of craps content, but unfortunately, yours truly did not get out to watch a lot of it. I did, however, watch the entire Craps chat show from last night. Jeff at Middle Atlantic Craps on Casino Gaming TV went out. They had almost a 3 hour show last night. I did join the after show for a short while. Um, Interesting show last night. 538. 8 came easy. Very interesting show last night. They went through a lot of betting related questions, things that you do for this, things that you do for that. And let's bring that 6 and that 8 up 1 unit. So it was had a good panel of people up there. Everybody from Vince and Craig from Old Bay to Ed from Roll to Win and Chris from Dice Degen. John was on there. Jeff was on there. Dylan was on there. Uh, just a good variety of different people. And a little bit long of a roll here, but we got a 369. That left dice hit right at the base of the wall and kicked right out. I forgot to pause the betting here, so let's get that halted, and we will get the results entered in right away. Again, if you would need a rebuy for whatever reason, let me know, and we'll get that rebuy in. Let's pick up $5 on that 4, and we'll go $5 on the... We'll just stick with that for now. Once we get through that initial betting on here, Craps Chat is a lot of fun there, Mike. It really is. The other Craps Chat that I really enjoy watching and are actually listening to more so. And I say listening to it because I don't do it where I can actually watch the screen. We have a 2-1-3 ace deuce Alfredo sauce. As long as we see it, we're gonna talk about it. The Craps Chat or Talking Craps with Alfredo. That is something that I do actually enjoy that show. Those do tend to go a little bit longer. But the reason I like that is it seems to be like it's a little bit more of an informal show, kind of talking good quality craps related stuff, but it's also a little bit of teasing each other, and it's all in good fun. It really is. So I do like his show a lot as well. And hopefully this week we'll be getting back into that again. I guess Alfredo did stay over in Las Vegas till today. He stayed an extra day longer. I'm sure it had to do, and I don't know this for sure, but I'm sure it had something to do with the Hawaii Craps crew that went there later in the week last week. I'd like to feel the dice. We're going to set them down and regrip them. Oh my God, that was a really short roll. They're going to say, shooter, make sure you hit the back wall. We have a 369. And we're going to bring up the 9 to 25. Let's do that once. We're going to get up into that $35 payout range. That was a little bit better of a toss. We have a 5-3 easy 8. But apparently, Big AZ has gotten about 15 hours worth of film filming in, so we should see some live content coming. Good morning, Craig. We should be seeing some live content coming from Big AZ in the near future. Let's bring the 6 and 8 up to $24 here. So that's gonna be kind of neat to see and see some of the results that occurred in Vegas with that Blue Wrench crew. Apparently there was a lot of ups and there's a lot of downs, probably more downs than ups, but I guess the end of the trip for majority of the people ended up on a very positive note. But we will find that out when that stuff all drops. And we've got another ace deuce Alfredo sauce. So I'm not on the craps numbers here, so it doesn't do anything for me. But if we keep on throwing them, which might be something to consider for a bet, either through the field or through through the horn. So here we go, dice out. And that left die hit the back wall and kissed right out again, but we have a 369. It's been a stronger number for me today. Which is good because we have that one up to $25. So let's bring that 6 and 8 up to $30. So that way we have 3 of our bets at that $35 payout level, which is nice. So we can do that because then we can really truly start half pressing and start getting those bets up a little bit more at a time. Guys don't feel comfortable, set them down. And that is the biggest thing that we'll be working on this week is that grip. If they don't feel comfortable, set them down, regrip them, and get back into position again. And that one had very low energy, and that's our first mid-mo yo, 5, 6, 11. We need to pick up that, nah, shoot, what do we need to get to 12, I think, for the small. I think that's what we need. And that's for tall. The 2 we need to get for the small. Then we should be all set on that. So we're close to making them all here, guys. Just need a couple different small rolls here. And they will hit. And we have a 2-2 hard 4. So 4 will be our new point. And I don't know if we've hit a 4. That's our first 4 for the day, so that's good. Did not come in the form of a Craftsmaster Journey 4, but it did come out. So that's going to allow us to bring our 4 and 10 up to the $25 level. And that's going to be a buy bet. Good morning, Dylan. CMJ, you are related to CM Punk. I do not know who CM CM Punk is. He's a wrestler, obviously. I don't know who that is, though. Interesting. So that's the hip hop version of my channel, the CMJAY. I know we have a 639 Centerfield 9. I know that my girlfriend and all of her children are extremely into the wrestling, the WWE wrestling version. I'm more into the high school wrestling version. Okay, so let's bring that 6 and 8 up 1 unit each. And we are getting close to getting back to starting bankroll after all these days, which is good to see. Hopefully, till we will get to that point and then get into positive. This is roll number 18. So we're having a very good first shooter. Again, we're working on this grip to make sure it feels comfortable each and every time. And if it doesn't, we're going to set it right back down. That's going to be what we're working on this week. And there it is, guys. Big red, double pitch or double off axis. And that was 18 rolls. That was a pretty decent first shooter. But unfortunately, it does clear our bets. And you got to say that to them. They will get the kick out of that. Okay, I will have to let them know that, Tylen. Good morning, Jeff. And you are most welcome, Jeff. I am all about supporting the community, especially people that are adding so much to the community. Um, Everything that you guys do for the community is very, very appreciated. So we have $15 on the pass line. We have a $3 craps check. Dice are set to 5454. And let's go for our second shooter here, the start of our second shooter. A little bit of high energy in there. We're back on the 10 for a point. We have a 4-6-10. Waylon's best friend way on the end, Daddy Joe. And so far, it seems that my little pad that I'm using here is working pretty good for Crapsy so far. Knock on wood, we don't have any problems. We're going to go with $25 buy bet on the 4. We're going to go $25 on the place 5 and place 9. And we're going to put $15 in odds on that pass line. And let's set the dice before we stop the betting here. Okay, all bets set. Two things that never sleep, Jeff and Rust. I think you could put my name on that list as well, because if I get 5 hours of sleep, I'm doing pretty darn good. And we have a come out. No, it's not a come out 7, it's a 0.7 out. Darn it. So both dice off axis again. It's a 1-6-7. So short first or second roller. So I don't like to see that, but hey, it is what it is. We're going to go back on $15 on that pass line, $3 craps check. And again, we're going to be focusing on the grip this week. And when I talk about focusing on the grip, we're talking about making sure it's fingertips that are on the dice. It is your middle and your ring finger centrally located on both dice, and the other two just gently touching. The dice are square, the dice are tight together. And we have a 5-5 hard 10 puppy paws in the sand. So that is what we are concentrating on. We'll be hitting the tens a lot today. That's not a normal number for me to hit. That's usually one of my lower numbers. So our point is 10. Again, we're going to go with $25 buy 4, $25 place 5 and 9. And we're going to go with $15 in odds on a pass line. So my girlfriend does not really follow the channel too much, and she was amazed yesterday because one of my shorts, and by the way, I have a lot of shorts coming. I have 13 of them that I filmed on Saturday. Um, but anyway, one of my shorts popped up on our feed page for YouTube. Too hard for, and she was actually found it kind of comical that it came up like that. So she had to watch it, and then I have a number 2 on the beginning of the screen because it was number 2 of our 13 shooter etiquette things that we're doing, and she could not understand why I had number 2 on the screen all the time. And I just watch it, keep on watching. She watched it probably 3-4 times through before she figured it out. We're gonna go $12 place 8 and 6. It did go by really fast last night, that one. I was surprised when Jeff announced the 2 hour show our point and then also the 3 hour point. Um, Went very fast. I did not do any much commenting last night, although I was on the show and I got onto the show about 15 minutes before it started and I watched the entire thing. And we have a 639 center field 9. Was not in a commenting mood too much last night, but it is what it is. Okay, and let's bring our bets down to 64 across now. It should be paid for. Okay, we're picking up everything except for the point. So we should be all set. Good morning, Chris. Welcome. Looks like you might have slept in this morning a little bit, huh? And we got that mid-mo yo again. So it's 6-5-11. That does nothing for our betting. Forgot to stop the bets, so I have to stop them and give everybody just a few seconds to get their bets in. We have about 30 minutes of shooting left here, guys. Work meetings this morning. Okay. You are 1 hour ahead of me here, so you have a couple hours of work meetings in already. That's good. Okay, all bets set. Grip does not feel good, so we'll set it down. Again, that's what our focus is this week, is getting that grip 100% comfortable. And we have 639. 9 has been a hot and heavy number today. Again, that is the pockets and numbers that we're looking for. And I'm trying this betting style right now, but if I wasn't, I would probably be putting more money on that 9. In fact, let's do that one. So let's, instead of half pressing two numbers, let's bring that 9 up to a quarter. And we'll see how that works for us. All bets set. And we have a 3-5-8. I was not entirely happy with that roll. Both of them hit that back wall and they bounced off pretty far. I'm happy with the result of it, but I'm not happy with the actual roll itself. And let's bring that 10 or that 5 up to a quarter. I know this past weekend, I think it was, Arnell met up with Sith Lord and one other person, I think it was down in the Chicago area, in the casino. So it was neat to see that. I had heard that Sith Lord is going to be down in that area again. I think that's where he's from, is that area. But the weekend of the 7th, 8th, and 9th of April, and I'm considering going down for that weekend. Not entirely sure yet. It all depends on what the family is going to be doing that weekend, because I know the following weekend we definitely will be in the Chicago area at that time. I don't know if we'll be doing craps that weekend, but we have a 4-2-6, easy 6. We're going to take the family down the weekend of the April 13th, Chicago area for to go visit the Sheds Aquarium, which is a really cool thing if you guys have never heard of it. Really, really neat aquarium. And let's go with 1 unit increase on the 6 and 8. So pressure the 6 and 8, 1 unit each. Again, fingertips on the dice, they're square, they're tight. And we have a double pitch, something that I was doing a lot of earlier on before I started throwing today, and that was a 8 roller. So that was our third shooter, I believe. So far we've had an 18, which is a really good start. We had a 2, which was not a good one, a 0.70, and then an 8, which was average roll. So again, we're going to go back on that pass line, $15, $3 on a craps check. We're going to set the dice to 5-4-5-4. And we're going to go all bets set. And I see that there's 8 people watching along right now, guys. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so, please. Make sure you give me a thumbs up on that video. The more interaction we can get, the more these get out to YouTube, obviously. And slightly long on that throw, but we have box cars, midnight, 6-6-12, which I would usually be thankful for, but it is a come out roll. So we do lose that pass line bet, but hey guys, we bet the ante crap, so we get paid out on that. And that's going to allow me to go back up again, $15 on that pass line, $3 on the craps check. So we did cover ourselves for that. Occasionally we do throw those craps numbers during our comeouts. We're gonna go all bets set. And we have a 5-2. Dice came down, they kissed. That is a come out 7, so that is a pass line winner once again. I should say once again. That was a second winner in a row for me, though. And that's going to allow me to go to $23 on that pass line. And $4 on the craps check. And again, the system that I'm using on the pass line is something similar to what Buckeye Slim uses. And it's a progressive thing. He increases or progresses his bet 3 times if it wins, and then he collects it. So it's a little extra side hustle or side money that he can run through his system. Dice kissed again, but this time we have a 5-3 easy 8. And by kiss, I mean, when they came down, they almost landed on top of each other. So that's telling me that either the dice are super, super tight or I have a slight twist, which is probably the case, in my release, in my wrist when I'm releasing. So I need to make sure that we're straightening that out a little bit. So point is gonna be 8, and that's gonna allow us to go with 100 outside. So we're gonna buy the 4 and 10 for 25 each. We're gonna place the 5 and 9 for 25 each. That'll be our starting bet here. We'll halt the betting. And we got dice out. So not only are we going to be focused on the grip, these next couple throws we're going to be focusing in on making sure those dice are releasing square from our hands. There we go. And both dice off axis. They kind of landed weird and caught the felt that time. I don't know if you guys saw that landing on that one. That was a very weird landing. It kind of went, they went right and then they went left. It was kind of weird. So again, oh, that is still a come out though. Yes. Yeah, still come out. Wow. And I didn't have any bets on that, so that one sucked. So we're gonna go $15 on the pass line, $3 on the any craps. And we've had 2 come out 7 today. We have an SOR of 8, an SRR of 5.3. We have got about 20 minutes or so left of rolling. And we got all bets set. I'm confused on what happened there. We had a 8 and then 7. Oh, that was a 7 out. Okay. And shoot, that was a terrible roll. And that one felt comfortable coming out. And finally, we have that 314 Big Joe from Crapsmaster Journey. So our new point will be 4. And that is going to allow us to put $25 place 5 and 9 and $25 buy 10. And we're going to go 15 in odds. We've been doing a lot of outside numbers here, guys, on our come outs. Seems like it's either a 4 or 10 as our first point for the shooter each time, which is a little bit unusual, even though we are betting outside here for this betting style today. And we were back almost to 1,500 for our banker. We're back down to where we started today. So we really haven't gained or lost much on our betting today. There we go. Dice are now square and they're comfortable. And we have snake eyes. First time for today. Magic aces. Larry in the house. I should be putting as ATS, which I keep on forgetting to put in on Crapsy. So that would have been a nice number for the ATS if you are pulling it. That does nothing for our bets, though. Again, we need 2 to 3 box number hits in order to progress our betting plan along. Slightly long with that again, but we have a 358, which if I was playing the inside numbers, that would be a hit for me, but I am not playing them at the current moment, which is fine. That is fine. That is part of the betting that I'm doing. All bets set. And Midmo Yo does nothing for my bets, but it will help with the ATS again. Or if you're playing the field or horns. Again, dice are set at 5454. All bets set on Crapsy. And let's get her going. We got 15 minutes left of our show. That one felt a lot more comfortable, and we have ace deuce. We are all about craps numbers this shooter. Ace deuce Alfredo sauce. So again, we have a certain betting system going on right now, but I would probably be throwing some horns out there or fields out there and see if that helps a little bit. But I have not had a paying bet yet whatsoever on this shooter for myself. And we're going on to shooter number or shot number 6. So let's get a winner here, guys. Let's get a payout. And back on that 8, square pair. 4-4, heart 8. And I am tempted myself. I'm just going to keep on going to bets, but I'm tempted actually to turn my bets off or to move them to the inside. But we're going to leave them where they're at. Just got that gut feeling. And finally, we got a payout. We have a 5-4-9 center field 9. So my gut feeling was wrong. So that's good to see. That was rule number 7 in our first payout. Wow. That's going to allow us to go to $12 on the 6 and 8. Excuse me. So hopefully we'll start seeing some of the craps content coming up a little bit this week. Now that some of the people are getting back from Vegas, I'm sure some of them will need a little bit of a break in between. And hard 10, 5-5 hard 10, puppy paws. So that is another good one for us, with or at least for me, for the betting here. That's going to allow me to pull everything down. And we're going to go to 64 across, not including the point. I got to find that clear all button because using this little pad here um, makes it a little bit harder because I can pull everything down individually. So we got 545 for hardware set again. And we got all bets set on Crapsy. And we get dice out. And 4, 6, 10. Once again, Waylon's best friend way on the end, Daddy Joe. So that is our second 10 in a row. Tens have come out quite a few times. They were at 6 for the tens, 9, 9, 6, 8s. So we've been hitting a lot of the tall numbers today. Let's bring that 9 up to a quarter. All bets set. And back on that 10 again, puppy paws, 5-5 hard 10. So we've got that as a pocket number this time around here. And since that is the case, we are probably going to go up on that 10. We'll bring the 10 up to $25. Again, we are hitting the tall numbers more so today than the small numbers. So we're going to start pumping those tall numbers up first before we get to the small numbers. So we now have a buy bet of 10 by 10 of $25. We have a $25 place 9, and the rest of them are at the $64 across level. To the right to the hard ways. It's the second time you put that in there. I'm not sure what that means, Randall. But as Brian and his crew say, any pair, I don't care. And it is a pair. Not the pair we're looking for, but Magic Aces. 112. We got 10 minutes left here, guys. And I'll bet set. And mid-mo, yo, we were hitting a lot of these stupid craps numbers today, guys. Mostly during this last shooter here. That will keep the ATS alive. It does nothing for my betting, though. Ah, okay. Uh, okay. Again, we're working on grip this week that did not feel comfortable, so we'll set it down, regrip it, and get back in. And we have a 369. Perfect. So that will be a payout for us. We, our point is on the 4, so let's see if we can hit that point again. And this will be a $35 payout for us. Let's do this one. So let's go up to, let's just go 1 unit increase our pressure on the 6 and 8. So the all bets down is to the right of the hard ways. That is true on my computer, but on my I'm using a little pad here, guys, today. I don't know if you can see that. And that is not on there. For some reason, I'm not seeing the all bets down on here. Um, but on my computer, that was an accurate statement. That I did see that at that time on my computer. Okay, and we have hard 4 square pair again. I'm sorry, hard 8. 4 hard 8 square pair. Jake and Rob. Yeah, that's $18 payout on that. That's gonna, let's bring that 8 up to $30 since we're hitting more tall numbers right now. And all bets set. So it didn't feel ready to put their grip, so we'll set it down. We'll go back into it again. And I was a little bit offline on that, but that's our first 5-1 mixer, 1-5 mixer today. So we've not had a mixer before today, or before that today. So I saw that Chris put out a video last night. And let's bring our 5 up to a quarter. The only thing we have to bring up is the 6 now. Unless we start hitting some of these other numbers. So we'll see how that goes. I think we're going to start concentrating on the numbers that we're hitting. And 549, center field 9. So I think that's what we're going to do is we're going to start concentrating on some of these numbers that we're hitting and try getting those pressed up some. And that was a 5499 is a strong number today. It's gonna pay out $35. Let's do this. Let's bring that up to $50. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're start concentrating on these numbers now. So it'd be nice if we could hit that 9 again. All bets set. And we have a 145 horse and buggy. It's another good shooter that we have going on here, and I shouldn't be saying that because the last time we said that we didn't do well after that, but we started off really good. We're going to be ending off really good with our shooting. And 145 that was. So let's go up to $50 on that 5. Again, we're going to start pressing the numbers that we're hitting on each shooter after we get through that initial sequence of bets. And that initial sequence is meant to have 2 to 3 box hits to get all of our bets paid for. And that's something that Casino Quest had just put out. It was a form of their squeeze play, I believe. And we have ace deuce Alfredo sauce. Hope that did roll, guys. That was a 1-2. So that is my fault when I touched that. I would much rather have had that a 5, but it was not. It was a 1-2. Okay, and we got all bets set. That did nothing for my bets. Let's hit the 5 or 9 right here. And we get 8, 3, 5, 8. Easy 8. Now on the dice hit, and they split really far apart. And that tells me that they landed very closely together. When they hit the tabletop, they actually flew apart there. That's going to allow us to go to, shoot, let's bring that 6 up to $30. I know that was the 8 that we hit, but that way we have everything at that $25, $30 level or higher. So that way everything is good there. Now, if we were at the real table, this would be a nice roll. In Crapsy, if I pulled everything down right now, this shooter right here is a $300 winner so far, and even though we hit a lot of those craps numbers in the beginning. Again, if the dice are not feeling comfortable, we're going to set them right back down and regrip. That is the focus this entire week. A little bit short on that roll, but hey, we hit that 9 again. 459, perfect. So that's going to allow us to press that bet up again. I like to see that, and this is first time for me, at least this week, that this is style betting is actually working. So that's going to be a $70 payout. Let's press our 9 to 75. And I know that's not a normal progression at this level, but I wanted to get a little bit of collecting so we can get back up, if we can, close to our starting bankroll so we can start making some profit. And we got all bets set. Dice kissed again, but we have a 6-2-8, easy 8. So that's gonna allow us to go to what should we do with that? How many 8? So we hit the shooter. That's wow, we've hit that 5 times already. Our number should be a lot higher than it is. So let's go to $60 on that 8. So we're gonna add it $30 more dollars. We'll be at a $60 8, $75 9, $25 10, $30 6, and a $50 5. So we have got our bets pressed up quite nicely so far. Hopefully to go further up. Again, those damn dice kissed when they hit the table, and we have a double pitch, 437. So that was a 22 roller. It was a very profitable roll. But that is a 7 out. So let's see where we're ending up for the day here, guys. We're past that 1 hour mark just slightly. And we had 18 and a 22 shooter. The rest of them were average or low. Our box numbers are about expected. Inside numbers about expected. 4s and 10s are a little bit high. Come out 7s are very low. Horns are high. Field numbers are off the charts. Hardways are high. And it was a slightly light side play, which that really surprises me on that number right there. But hey, thanks for joining along here, guys, today. And we'll be up tomorrow again, once again, and we'll continue our Blue Belt journey. Hey, my name is Jonas. This is my Craftsmaster Dice Shooting Journey.